Hey, I thought I would go over some things with my Lancer. I didn't really have any other ideas for today's content. I had a pretty rough anxiety attack last night, so I need to chill and not do any videos that are stressful, which is fine right now. I mean, there's not really anything going on at the moment. It's just kind of a dry period, so to speak. So what I will be talking about today is two things. I'm going to be talking about an advanced technique with the Skirmisher to preserve your Mirage cancel, and I'll be talking about how I play this class on controller. Now, the way I play this on controller is it's actually pretty simple. This class, I consider it to be pretty easy to play on controller if you have any prior experience with playing this on a pad, simply because you know, the Mirage stance moves are very similar to how you would play another class that doesn't use the spacebar or the spacebar equivalent button to cast a bunch of buffs and stuff like that. Like, I use all the default Mirage stance button commands. Double punto I put on down and Z, and I have quadruple drive on up and Z, so I can just push down and triangle and up and triangle and get the extra speed bonus from the cancel. Axial Vortex is one of the moves I use on a hotkey. For me, it's L1. Chainwave Lance is just double forward and triangle or Z. Missile Cyclone is one that I put on the triggers too, so I put that one on R1. Sky Piercer L2. Surround Break I put on R2 simply because sometimes it's hard to get out the consecutive hits. I might switch it out for Mist Flare because Mist Flare is a really good move. Vital Strike is just a quarter circle forward and Z. Same thing with Rolling Vulcan, but I use the jump button instead. I already talked about quadruple drive. Crescent Strike I put on down and C, or down and jump. I'm sure if you know, if you play as Skirmisher, if you don't use a Mirage cancel and you just use a basic attack, then you will do a backstep. So you have that whole down and C command free. You can actually lock your... I actually have my backstep command locked because it's basically it's redundant to have two of them. You only need the Mirage stance one. You just have to get used to pushing space instead of down and jump. Mist Flare I put on push up twice and Z, or triangle. I use this move a lot, so I might find a way to tweak this to get it out a little faster. Awakening, first Awakening, R Javelin is just quarter circle forward in space, which is circle. Similarly, my second Awakening is down twice in space, which is the circle button. So that's the whole moveset. Pretty much everything is easy to get out, and you know, just about as fast as someone who's using a keyboard. So if you want, you can play through me explaining this again, but all my Mirage stance stuff is just the default, like forward space, down in space, up in space. I don't mess with any of that at all. Now, you can actually change the trajectory of the rising lance if you push left or right on the D-pad or the keyboard. So you might want to put this on your hotkey slot. It's up to you, but I haven't really seen much of a use for changing the angle of it because it actually has a very generous hitbox. As long as you're in the general area, you will pretty much you'll super hold them. So I don't know, it's your call, but that's how I play. You've seen how I play. I'm not really limited at all. It's up to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain one of the ways I preserve my Mirage cancels. And then after this, I'll go over my gear and what my plan is for this character before I just kind of stop with the endgame. Never been able to take the endgame in this too far. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Now see, when you say you do Axial Vortex and you Mirage stance, you have a cooldown. You have to wait 2.7 seconds before you can get that cooldown back. But at least with your second Awakening, as far as I know, I don't know if it's a second Awakening exclusive thing or not, but I started doing it after the second Awakening, is if you use one of your Mirage stance moves, then that will cancel it and you'll be able to preserve your Mirage stance cancel. So you can use that to extend the combo or get out of harm's way. So I'll do an example right now. Oops. pushed the wrong button. Hold on.
So as you can see there, I used the Mirage Dance Cancel, and I basically cannot use it again until it's off cooldown. But if I do this, let me reset my cooldowns here. Yeah, I'm kind of out of the corner there, but you get the point. There are a couple moves that it's really good to use this with, like Missile Cyclone into Ground Seeker. Basically, you instantly Mirage Cancel, and you have your Mirage Dance Cancel cooldown for free. You have it available, you can use it however you want. Another one I use is Vital Strike into Swirling Spear. So, that's pretty much it. I just thought I would explain that. I don't think it's something that they really tell you, but once I learned how to do that, it opened up the combo possibilities and my overall utility a lot. It's definitely something that you can learn, and since this game has a training room now, you can just kind of train in here and practice it. It doesn't take too much practice, as long as you keep your Mirage Stance moves in a simple command, which, like I said, I just keep mine default and I don't have any problems at all. So, finally, I will go over my gear. Right now, it's I mean, class has only been out for like 3 weeks, so there hasn't been a whole lot of time to play and get your end game stuff unless you had a bunch of, you know, pots and stuff from other characters. I have 3-piece Gracia Family Heirloom. I'm going to be going for at least 5-piece. I don't know if I'm going to go for 6, especially with going on vacation and stuff. I don't know how much I'll be able to play when I'm up there. I have the Gigantic Presence Bracelet from the Antony the Turtle event. And I have 1 piece of the Halidom 80 set, which I mostly just use for the attack speed. So if you have all these, then you get a pretty nice attack speed boost. The rest is just the event growing armor that I haven't really had any reason to upgrade. It's kind of just there for the time being. But I think you can still get this event armor now, so if you want, you can make your character and just farm out the spearheads. And you can use this pretty much all the way to the cap, especially now with how easy the end game is, or the leveling experience. I have the Will of the Order Highlander, which gives a bunch of buffs to his passive skills and Crescent Strike. And then this, I'm just using the level event Magic Stone for the light damage. I'll probably replace this with something else later on. It's just kind of a placeholder. I have the Katana Prime title, which I use just because I had one lying around in my account storage back from when they had the Ninja package, and I knew that I was going to either sell it or put it on another character in the future. And apparently the Doppelganger title is better for elemental damage, so I figured the chances of me selling it was probably pretty low. So what I did is I just put it on this character instead, and luckily I really enjoy playing as him, so it worked out pretty well. I like the extra attack speed bonus, I like the movement speed. You get a pretty decent amount of elemental damage too, it's just not as much as some of the more recent titles. And finally I have a level 80 plus 11 Halidom Spear, or Long Lance. I can't seem to decide whether they want to call it a spear or lance. But I got this plus 11 with the reinforcement tickets. I refined it to plus 8. And this is pretty much the best item that I have right now. I actually got this from Epic Road today. Now apparently this is a swap weapon. You use this, then you cast R-Lance, and then you switch to your more powerful weapon. I actually haven't messed with that yet. I'll have to mess around in the training room and see how much of a difference it makes. But for now I'm going to keep it. Now I got this to drop over the weekend. I did a lion run on EX Norfaira, and this dropped. And it's actually not that much better than what I have right now. It would have to be plus 10, probably plus 11 to be a major difference, because as you can see, the Halidom Spear, the one that I have, the lance that I have, gives a plus 1 to everything level 1 to 80. This one only does 45 to 70. So it's actually a bit of a downgrade because you're losing the
the R Lance. You're losing all the Mirage stance stuff. Pretty much all the early stuff. The first part of your progression, you don't get any +1s from that. You get counterattack damage plus 15%, which seems pretty nice. Whenever they hand out more reinforcement protection tickets, I might try to get this a +11. I already tried once and it reset, and I lost my last ticket, so I'll have to wait until later to do that. But that's my gear. That's an advanced technique, and I just thought I would explain all this for you guys. I don't know if anyone else is doing guides for this class, and there's probably people more experienced than I am, but I just thought I'd get this out, and I have been playing the game a lot, and a lot of it has been mic-free because I haven't had a whole lot to say. So if you guys are playing the game, I hope this helps. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is probably not going to be this. I'm kind of at the point, as you can see, I'm idling for the 200-hour quest legendary box. And after that, I'm only going to be logging on here for the dailies pretty much, so I'll have more time for other games. Catch you guys later. Peace.